hyper mood. It's called hyper. So first of all, accept the possibility I can be happy. Second right resolve is I would like to be happy, to sacrifice whatever needs to be sacrificed to be happy. If I have to let go of certain possessions which is making me unhappy, if I have to let go certain habits, if I have to let go certain approach in my life, I have to let go of certain prejudices, I am ready to let go. So it is possible to be happy, I would like to be happy, and I am ready to let go whatever is required to let go for being happy. People are so possessive about certain things, and they know that because of that they are being unhappy, but still they don't let go. So you need to have that resolve that whatever comes in my way to be and remain happy, I am ready to let go. If it is to be let go, if it is not my duty and still I am holding on to it, let go. Jahan nahi chena, wahan nahi rehna. Hindi mein nicely they say. Whatever is comfortable with yourself, you let go. Especially when they are not your duties. When they are obstructive. This is the first principle of happiness. Right resolve. Second is healthy approach towards health of the body. Regarding our body and its health condition, we need to have right, healthy approach. People sometimes have extreme approach. Some people are very careless about the body, don't take care at all. Unhealthy food habits, unhealthy lifestyle. No respect for the body. That is one extreme. Other extreme is the health freak. All the time, every day morning, the bathroom there is a scale, weighing scale, no? Oh, half kg up, half kg down. Or my this type besides, today 10 count more. Don't be too health freak. You know, health freak is becoming too conscious about it. Another extreme, the variety of extreme is some people deny their health issues. No, I don't have anything. I don't want to go for test. That is one extreme. I think some of you might be hearing that. They know, I don't want to go for test. I think everything is okay. There is one extreme. Other is hypochondriac. Have you heard about hypochondriac? Hypochondriac means all the time thinking about health. I must have cancer. I must have COVID definitely. This new variant I will have. I must have this. So always they think about big problems. Even if they Google search also they do. And Google search they have given some symptoms. I had that afternoon, I had this, so he said a headache will be there. I have this. These other extreme. Both are wrong. Don't deny health issues. Some test is required, go for it. But don't think whole day about that only. And don't imagine big problems. If they are there, we go for test, it will come out. Don't be hypochondriac. So, healthy approach towards health of the body. What should be the approach towards my body? Sharira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. Very nicely said by Kalidasa. This is a statement by Narada to Parvati. Parvati was doing the tapas for Shiva, and she stopped taking this food. She was taking, afterwards she started taking only leaves, and leaves also she dropped. Then that's why she got the name Aparna. You must have heard this. And that time Narada comes and tells, don't have this extreme stand. Even for Shiva's sake, you take care of your health. So Shiva you are going to meet. Therefore, she was told this statement, Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhana. Means what? The body is the means for the pursuit. For the pursuit of Dharma. Dharma means doing what is to be done. Therefore, our approach to the body is a means. Body is a gift of God. Respect the body, take care of the body, but be objective about the body. Means, don't judge yourself based on the body. People have nowadays is a modern problem. They don't want to reveal their age. Especially women, they don't like to reveal their age. So you can't tell. I can ask. If you ask is out of etiquette, you should not ask. And they try to look younger. And if somebody asks that what is your age, Amma? Amma, we should not say. What is your age, ma'am? So she will say, you know what? Swamiji, what do you think? They make us tell a lie because we know that she is 60 plus. But we have to say, you look like around 45, 50. She feels good. What is there? You accept the fact about the body, that body is subject to aging. It will age. Happily tell, I am 60. I am 60. I am telling I am 60. I was born in 62, so I am 60. This year itself I had 60. That's all. What a big thing. Even about age, one interesting thing is, up to certain age, people will try to reduce the number. And after certain age, they add the number. Even though they are 80, 82, they will say around 90. They want to look, but afterwards sometimes they cannot hide it. Therefore they want to look old. They want to tell older age. All unnecessary. Be objective about the body. This is how the body is. Body cannot be perfect. Is there anybody here in this hall who does not have any health issue? Is there anybody? No single issue at all. Is there anybody? Nobody is there. So don't think that I alone have issue. Everybody has issues. Body is not supposed to be perfect. An imperfect body is good enough to do what is to be done most of the time. Therefore, healthy approach towards the condition of the body. The third one is have moderation in everything. Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta swaptavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. I have to tell some Sanskrit things also. Otherwise people say, Swami ji, aap to kuch Shastra ki baat bole. You did not tell anything about Shastra. So something Sanskrit should come. So Bhagavan says that let there be moderation. Moderation in eating. Just because today this masala dosa is there, therefore 2-3 extra, that's not good. Walking, moderation. And more than walking, talking, there is moderation. Because it is observed that when you grow older, you may have tendency to talk more. And because of your age, people have to respect and listen to you, you know. So, have moderation in talking. Generally, I tell this principle that when you are having conversation, that time after every 2 minutes, you have to give a pause. You have to give some exit point. This other person, if he wants to go, he may have to use washroom perhaps. So you give a scope for the person to say Namaste. This person starts and non-stop. Station chota leta hi nahi hai. So non-stop. Don't do that. Always speak less and listen to others. This is the principle I try to follow. When there is a class, I speak for 45 minutes, 1 hour. But generally those who know me, they know that I don't speak continuously. After 3-4 minutes, I give a break, give some small pause. So that other person wants to say something, topic is to be changed or something, we give freedom. Keep this principle. Not talking at a time more than 3-4 minutes. Moderation in talking. In fact, one more principle associated with that is, less you speak, more weightage your words will have. Those who speak less, people will be eager to listen to that person. Those who keep on talking, so he keeps on talking. So people will not have so much weightage. Simple principle of economics. Supply is more, price comes down. Follow this principle. If you want your words to be valuable, you want your words to be valued by others, reduce the supply. That's what OPEC countries do that. When price for petrol price is going down, they reduce the supply, so price goes up. That's what. So we also should reduce the supply. Moderation. So that is the third principle. To be relatively happy, have moderation in everything. And the fourth principle is expansion and refinement of our inner personality. By inner personality, I mean emotional, intellectual, and spiritual. Emotional personality can be expanded and refined by sharing, contribution. Have the mind to share. If you have money, whatever you can contribute to some cause. In fact, I am going to suggest that we can have some project of some charity where people can go and share. When you share, when you contribute, your mind is expanded. When you grab, when you get things from others, you become smaller. Therefore, even Bhagavan Vishnu, when he had to come to get something, he came as what? Vamana. When you share, you become big. Have the mind to share. Whatever you can. But of course, other person should have value. Swamiji, I want to share my advice, but nobody is taking. So, you share something which is valuable to others. Have the mind to share. In fact, you can have that one box in your house. Every day you put 10 rupees or 100 rupees depending upon your capacity, and give that amount at the end of the month to some particular organization. Have the mind to share. Have the habit of sharing. Money or time, whatever you can share. Sharing is the way to grow. Share. Those who have a grabbing mentality, they don't become real happy people. Real happiness is not in grabbing things. Happiness is there in sharing. Learn to share what you have. And I tell you, when you start sharing, Bhagavan will give you more. Bhagavan also wants the channel through which he can distribute. Share. An intellectual personality can be expanded and refined by listening to the talks of the great Mahatmas. Nowadays we have so many ways you can listen to through CDs and this pen drive and books. So many things are available. So every day, minimum half an hour, 1 hour you spend on listening to or reading to some book or some particular talk you listen to, so that there is a growth in your understanding. Let your understanding expand. And spiritual expansion and refinement is having self-acceptance. Every day you tell yourself, I am acceptable to myself. I need not wait for everybody to accept me to be accepted by myself. We generally seek approval from others. Others should tell that I am okay. And most of the time, all people will not say you are okay. They will always find some fault with you. Your spouse will always say you are not like this, you are not like this. Most of the women, they think that their husband is very, very idiot only. Or that's something what bole hai. And one lady told me, Swami, my husband is not street smart, street smart. Another way of saying idiot. So don't expect your spouse to accept you, approve you. You accept yourself. I am acceptable to myself. I am lovable to myself. I love myself as I am. I am acceptable. You know why I am acceptable? I mean, everybody of you can say this. Why are you acceptable, you know? Because I am manifestation of Ishvara. I am like a wave of the ocean, and I, the wave, am expression of the glory of the ocean. Similarly, I am expression of Ishvara, and therefore I am acceptable. I am acceptable to myself. Be kind to yourself. Don't judge yourself based on your financial condition, family conditions, or even health condition. Whatever be the condition, I am acceptable to myself. I love myself as I am now. This is the way to be happy. So this is the fourth principle. I hope you are counting. If you are counting, you know I told you. And the last one is prayers and prayerfulness in life. Let there be some place in your routine for prayers. Prayer can be mental, manasa, means you think about Ishvara, mentally you remember Ishvara. Verbal, you can chant the names, chant the stotras, or do puja. I assume that all of you accept Ishvara. But suppose you say, no, I don't believe in God. If you don't believe in God, at least you believe in some higher power who is running this whole world the whole universe, that higher power you can remember with gratitude. Chant some glory of that higher power and worship the world as the expression of that higher power. If you don't believe in Ishvara in conventional manner, this is prayers. Prayerfulness is an attitude. It is not a particular act. It is an attitude. And what is prayerfulness? Being aware of presence of Ishvara. Appreciate that everything is given and given is non-separate from the giver, the Lord. And I appreciate the presence of Ishvara in various ways. And one of the most refined and effective way of remembering or appreciating Ishvara is seeing the order. Order means what? Suppose this clock, if it is dropped, it falls down. It follows certain laws. It follows certain order. If you had taken some very spicy food, then there will be burning sensation, that is implying order. If somebody was very hurt in childhood, then that person will have anger in his later age, that is psychological order. If you do good to others, good will be done to you, that is order. So in every behavior of everyone, including yourself, you can appreciate the order. And that order is manifestation of Ishvara. And another way of having this prayerfulness is gratitude. Every day think in how many ways you are blessed. How many ways you are blessed? You got this human body blessing. You are born in this country in a very rich culture, blessing. You are having this relatively comfortable stay, blessing. You have the mind to do some satsang with Swami, blessing. You have some Swami to talk to you, blessing. You have the organizers who can organize such talk, blessing. And one of the biggest blessings is the mind to see blessings. I can see blessings in every situation. That attitude of seeing blessings is the greatest blessing. And the more you appreciate the grace of the Lord, in other words, more gratitude you have, more happy you are. You can see the connection between gratitude and happiness. You know why gratitude and happiness go together? Because gratitude is always towards something positive done to you. And when you think of something positive, favorable done to you, when you remember that, you are happy. So more grateful you are, more happy you will be. More complaining you are, more ungrateful you are, more unhappy you would be. So always be grateful for everything you have received in your life. Have the mind to see the blessings you have. Some people have this wrong habit. They always see what is not there. 7 items were made, but maybe ये बनाता तो अच्छा होता. If you had made this, would have been better. ये क्यों नहीं बनाया? Why did you make this? 7 items are there. That we are not enjoying. What is not made, remembering and complaining. Learn to be grateful for what is rather than complaining for what is not. If you have this approach, happiness guaranteed. Really? Like there's a Shanti guaranteed. Have you heard this advertisement? Shanti guaranteed, happiness guaranteed. If you have gratitude, prayerfulness in your life, nobody can make you unhappy. Even ill health, still you can remain relatively happy if you have got even proper attitude to ill health. You can see that fever is there, oh, it is a way of doing tapas. See, in olden days, all Rishi Munis in Vanaprastha ashrama, you are supposed to do tapas. Standing on one leg, we are not doing. Standing on two legs, that's a problem. So we are not doing the tapas, so Bhagavan is making me do tapas. In Brihadaranyaka, this type of attitude is suggested. So if you follow these principles, right resolve, healthy approach towards the body, moderation, expansion and refinement of our inner personality, and bringing prayers and prayerfulness in our life, happiness guaranteed. I wish you all happiness. I don't know whether we have time for question answers. I am ready. You are ready. Because we started at 5:15, so I spoke up less than 45 minutes. But if questions are there, Amma, you decide.
Depending on the brain factors, 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. Yes, Amma, right? Do you have a mic? Or okay, Amma, you can tell the question. Amma, you can.
Good evening. I would like to know, when God is within us, why are we not able to manage suffering?
When God is
within us. Although He is within us, we should be all powerful and be able to manage any situation.
Yes. So God is within us, blessing all our thoughts. God does not interfere. God does not interfere. God has given freedom. Like you give freedom to your children. Similarly, God is blessing our thoughts. And depending upon our punya and papa, we are given different situations. So God is just. God is like the sun. The sun does not tell you that it is morning, now you get up and you do yoga. But sun will provide the sunlight if you want to do yoga and get vitamin D. So sun's presence is blessing, provided you are ready to take the benefit of the blessings. So Ishvara's presence is like this. You also have given, you as a human being, you are given that freedom. If freedom is not there, then it is not human body. So you have freedom, of course limited freedom. So you have been given this free will to use it appropriately, and for using your free will, infrastructure is given by the Lord, and your all thoughts are illumined by the Lord. So Ishvara's presence is a presence in the form of blessings to do what you want to do. Is an infrastructure provider. Yes.
Thank you.
Any Any question?
Initially you spoke about the relative happiness and absolute happiness, and today you discussed the relative happiness part of it. Could you speak a little bit about what absolute happiness means and what is the approach to that? Thank you.
Absolute happiness is I am Ananda Swarupaha. I am fullness. I am limitless. The remaining in the appreciation that I am limitless, I identify myself with consciousness which is limitless. Then that is called appreciation of ultimate happiness. Seeing myself to be Brahma, limitless consciousness, and owning up my limitlessness is called absolute happiness.
And how would one prepare for it?
Yes, for that you have to study Vedanta. You join the course next year. Yeah, by the way, we have got this Shivratri celebration on the 18th of this month. You also may be having, but by chance you would like to come, you are welcome to Arsha Vidya Gurukulam. Evening 4 to 8 it is there. Morning 9 to 12 we have got Shiva Nama Sankirtanam, 3 hours continuously. Evening 4 to 8 or 8:30 we have puja. You are welcome. Yes. Any question? Last question. If it is there.
I have a question. When we see suffering in and around us, how do you think, how should we conduct ourselves? Whether the suffering should, we should have a reaction towards seeing it, like, when you see the animals, suffering on the streets when we are walking through. How do we conduct ourselves? How do we manage ourselves? It does make us unhappy. It does make us unhappy. But in such situations, how do we manage ourselves? That's my question.
Good question. See, first of all, when we are perceiving the surrounding, reaction is not a right way of conducting. No reaction. There can be some action. Action is something deliberate, something based on the evaluation of the situation, evaluation of my capacity, my area of influence. Have you heard the word area of influence? Means I have to know my area of influence. Means what I can do and what I cannot do. If you go to some temple and they are doing something, some elephant they are doing something, you cannot do anything to them. You don't have power. So where you have got some power, suppose some cows are being taken away and you feel bad about it. You pay your money, you buy those cows and put it in some place. But you don't have that, suppose. Then what? You pray for those cows. So any situation warrants an action, not a reaction. And this action should be based on your perception of reality. We should not act based on our emotions only. Emotions, of course, are the basis. But sometimes people get so much charged with the situation, they start fighting, and it doesn't serve any purpose. So, when you are seeing something which is painful, injustice, etc., you ask yourself, what I can do constructively, effectively in this situation. Can I do something? If answer is yes, do that. Oh, I cannot do anything. You are just passing by in the bus and you see something, you are not going to stop the bus. Even if you want it, it will not be stopped. So what can you do? You pray for that person or you pray for that animal or whatever. Later on, if you come to know this is happening and you can write to some authority, you do it. But do action, not reaction. What is the difference between action and reaction? Action is something you deliberately do. Reaction is something that happens to you instinctively without your deliberation. While you get angry, that is a reaction. And you tell something, give some instruction and make some correction, that is action. So, act, do not react. Is it clear? Is it answered? And one of the most refined and effective way of remembering and appreciating Ishvara is seeing the order. Order means what? Suppose this clock, if it is dropped, it falls down. It follows certain laws. It follows certain order. If you had taken some very spicy food, then there will be burning sensation, that is implying order. If somebody was very hurt in childhood, then that person will have anger in his later age, that is psychological order. If you do good to others, good will be done to you, that is order. So in every behavior of everyone, including yourself, you can appreciate the order. And that order is manifestation of Ishvara. And another way of having this prayerfulness is gratitude. Every day think in how many ways you are blessed.
Swami delivered a lecture which is actually very much essential for the people of Nana Nani. They require happiness. They have come here for happiness. Most of the women here feel that without cooking they are very happy. No more kitchen. Aram se रहेंगे. खाना पी के. But what this Guruji Swami talked about a very important point, which is very much essential for the people of Nana Nani. And if I have seen these people here very happy, not that they are unhappy, they are very happy. Externally I have seen them very happy, but you don't know what is happening internally. But I feel that somebody asked a question just now, how to get absolute happiness. Absolute happiness can be obtained only by knowing the self. And there is only one pramana to know what is absolute happiness. That is called Shabda Pramana. To know oneself. Like you require a looking glass to look into your face. You require Shabda Pramana to know who you are. When you know who you are, you will become absolutely happy. You will not go in for all these external things to make you happy, as Swami said. And I really appreciate Swami for the very lucid and illuminating lecture which he gave this evening. And next I would like to thank all the people who have worked for the success of this function, especially the organizers of Nana Nani. And also, I would, last but not the least, I would like to thank all of you who have come in large numbers to make this function a success. Thank you, Swami.
Alright, so we'll continue.
ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः Harihi Om.